Okay, welcome back to the Auditory Learner. This is the second study guide video for DH415, Dental Materials, Expanded Functions. We're going to continue off where we left off, which was the gypsum material. Again, this is all really freaking easy. Okay, it's just things we have to be aware of. Okay, let's go through plaster stone. So there's study models, there's casts, there's dies. Study models are for treatment planning, casts are for constructing appliances, and dies are to replicate individual teeth. All right, so study model, treatment planning, casts, construction of appliances, and dies, replicate of individual teeth. So gypsum is calcium sulfate, basically. It's a rock. When it's heated, it drives out water, it's pulverized, it's powder. You add water, mix, it hardens. Okay, so there's 5 types of gypsum out there. There's type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 5. All right. Type 1 gypsum is going to be like the plaster of Paris, the white stuff. All right. They use this to make casts sometimes, or to help for final impressions, but it's plaster of Paris white. Type 2 is going to be plaster is the Yellowstone, I believe. No, type 2 is not Yellowstone. Type 2 is just plaster. It's usually white. Okay, so type 1 is a plaster of Paris. It's white. It's the weakest and the brittlest one. Okay, so they use type 1 for um casts and things. Type 2 is just white plaster. That's used for ortho. So that's the one I'm familiar with. It's ortho. It's the least strong, least hard, least accurate, least expensive, and it's usually white. Then type 3 is Yellowstone. Okay, those are for study models and casts. All right. Um, these are stronger and harder. Okay, Yellowstones. Okay, it's still fucking confusing. Then there's type 4 and 5, used for dies and crowns. Okay, those are the most expensive and most accurate and the hardest. So the die types 4 and 5 are the highest strength. Okay. Um, all 5 types of gypsum share the same properties: dimensional stability when it's set, compatibility with impression materials, biologically safe, easy to use. They differ though in accuracy and strength and in hardness and in cost. Okay. So good properties are inversely related to the amount of water needed. Poor properties are directly related to the amount of water needed. They all give out an exothermic reaction. They all require hydration. You need to mix water in it. It's usually the setting time is 8 to 16 minutes for gypsum setting, and about an hour for final setting. Okay, separate after an hour. Uh-huh. Do not soak in water. I know that she's going to want us to say that we need to add the water first and then the stuff second. We need to watch out for bubbles. Wear glasses. This is such bullshit. Set up the fucking vibrator. Mix it well. Make sure there's no fucking bubbles in there. And yeah, vibration. Make sure there's no water. Spray some air. Put a surfactant on there. Remove growth excess, and they want you to place it upside down instead of the way I do it, leaving it up. Do not lock the tray under the stone. So we use to make bleaching trays with some thermoplastic materials. This is all very, very annoying. Do not throw gypsum in trash, not the sink. Yes, because that is better. We don't have to clean that shit. Taste it. It turns nasty. Clean material metal trays immediately after separation. Okay, all this is just very easy crap. Going on to the next thing here is radiographic appearances of dental materials. Oh God. So we know that materials that are more opaque are things that are dense, and things that are translucent are things that are not that dense. Okay. So metallic restorations are going to look very white on x-rays, such as crowns and amalgams. Okay. That's very easy. If we see some amalgam fragments, we can see that on an x-ray around the gum areas, or that's an amalgam tattoo. Gold is also, and zirconia is also very dense, radio opaque, but not as much as amalgam. Stainless steel crowns are radio opaque, not as much as amalgam. Composites are a little bit more clearer. They're a little bit radiolucent. This is very, very, very basic stuff, and regular pens, core pens, dude. Why are we going through this basic crap? Pano stuff. The illusion of rootless floating teeth is a panoramic X-ray. When you take a pano of someone's mouth with their denture on, that's the floating teeth. Because also you got to remove the partial denture, because then you'll be able to see it weirdly. Okay, artifacts. We can see artifacts in panos. Yes, we can. Okay, the eyeglasses, make people take off their eyeglasses. Okay, that was kind of worthless. Next thing is aesthetic restorations in polymers. We have composite, glass ionomer, acrylic, and dentin bonding. Composite is the first choice for aesthetic restorations, and they're used for direct restorations and bonding brackets and buildups and sealants. Cements sometimes, such as veneer cements, and then we have other things ideal for anterior restorations, composites, yes. Matrix and fillers, wow, I can't believe this. Cohesion, adhesion, make sure you know the difference between that. Cohesion is attracts of similar molecules to each other. Adhesion is dissimilar to each other. There is mechanical bonding, interlocking surfaces, and then there's true adhesion, which is the chemical molecular attraction. Okay, polymerization is hard. That's funny. Polymerization. Light activated light cure. Okay, you know what? This is all bull. 2 millimeters of maximum depth of cure. What are you talking about, man? Why am I doing this? Okay, shades. Um, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. Yeah, dentin bonding agents. Are you okay? You know what? We're done with that. Vacuum formed appliances. Wow. Okay. Bleaching trays, mouth guards, occlusal guards. There's 4 types of mouth guards. Hallelujah. There is the type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. All right. Type 1s are the stock type that you just buy over the counter. Type 2 is the boil and bites. You can still buy it over the counter, but the type 3 is the ones when we need to take impressions. And then type 3 is just we need impressions, and type 4 are for contact sports. Those are impressions, but also we need to do a custom fit. So just note that type 3 and 4 are the ones that need to have the most accuracy with impressions, and type 4 are for sports contact sports. Mouth guards are not for bruxism. They prevent bruxism after an ultra occlusion. Use of mouth guard may increase bruxism. And so there's a bruxism splint, and then there's mouth guards. All right. Watcher asked this. What's the extension 1/8 from the mucobuccal fold of a mouthguard design. Oh my goodness. Such BS. We do not need to know this crap. Oh my goodness. Gently flame the borders with a torch. Great. Delivery, we are becoming, we're going to be the best freaking Ceramis mouthguard makers out there. So we do that with vacuum forming, yoo-hoo, whitening. Holy crap. A whole nother thing on whitening. You know what? I'm going to end it here. One thing that's going to stick out here, the difference between hydrogen peroxide and carbamide peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is the active bleaching agent. Carbamide peroxide eventually breaks down to hydrogen peroxide anyways. It's just more stable and breaks down to urea as well. Okay. So we're done with that. And as far as shades go, we want to be 5,500 Kelvin is what's needed for neutral lighting when we're taking a shade. It's the optimal shade. Bleaching must be done in that. So 1 in 13 males are color deficient. Color, that's value, hue, chroma. We need to know that again. Okay, we're good. We're going to end it there. And